Hi, my name is Yasu, and I am here to answer a question that is given to me in my comment sections for the videos that I posted. And then today I want to answer the question regarding my depression treatment, which is why did you decide to stop taking Effexor? Is it because of the sleep issues that's caused by Effexor? That's the question. And the answer is not really. My primary reason why I wanted to and then decided to stop taking Effexor by completing my depression treatment gradually is because that's what I planned originally. So more than yeah, in 2023, in 2023 July, when everything was just collapsing and severe sleep disorder is happening to me, and everything was just nothing really made sense. And I acknowledge that I am suffering from the depressions. My doctor was already telling me that I recommend you to considering taking Effexors to treat depression, which I agreed with him right away when he proposed when I was visiting the clinic. He was telling me that most likely the length of the treatment is probably for 8 months. And I was really deteriorating, but I was thinking that for 8 months, then yeah, let's just give a shot. But it ended up being like more than 2 years. And then looking back, I don't even know how I was able to survive everything that everything that I went through. And one thing that I can really tell for sure is that if the doctor told me that, oh, Yasu, most likely you would actually take like 2 years to finish everything, then I don't think I agree to start taking the Effexor right away. But when I was actually doing those treatment by taking the Effexor, it just ended up becoming that long. That's also because I was very careful with everything that I was doing. So it has nothing to do with my sleep issues. It's mainly because that's the goal. That is why I decided to stop taking Effexor. But there is a secondary reason. When I was going through all of the depression treatment, which is fortunately or unfortunately, Effexor was very effective on my case. It really took care of my mood swing. So right after, as soon as I started taking Effexor, of course I was suffering from the side effect, but it really stabilized my mood swing. So I didn't really feel low or depressed that much. And when I increased the dose of Effexor, in the end, it really helped me to restore my energy level as well. So those are the good thing. However, medication is not supposed to cure everything or heal everything. So I was really, really suffering from more severe sleep disorder. So there's a trade-off. And I didn't want to kept changing. I didn't want to like keep switching antidepressant because I knew that none of the medication would actually fix everything at once. One way or another, I need to suffer from some kind of side effects, enjoy the benefits, and also suffering from the side effect. So now that's the first medicine, the Effexor, and it's giving me those benefits. I don't want to compromise the benefits. And when I was discussing that with my doctor, he was telling me that in terms of the sleep disorder, it would be more manageable by trying different kind of sleeping pills. And looking back, his advice was actually correct. However, I was really suffering from a bad, severe sleep disorder. And for me to keep going back to the hospital and then telling the doctor that, okay, this medication, sleeping pill didn't work. I was only able to sleep for like an hour, 2 hours. It's really killing me. And he proposed me different kind of sleeping pills. I tried it. It just didn't work in a way that really gave me a good night's sleep. And looking back, gradually improving, everything was improving. However, I was just already suffering from all of the sleep deprivations, sleep disorders. And on top of that, still I couldn't sleep well. It's just really killing me. And it took me nearly 6 months to figure out the right combination of the sleeping pill to make my sleep situations more manageable, even though I was taking the maximum dose of Effexor. That journey, it's a hell. I really don't want to experience that anymore. So, the secondary reason why I wanted to stop taking Effexor is because once I stop taking Effexor, most likely my sleep issue, it's gonna be solved one way or another. And based on what I'm going through right now, I think that's actually true because I don't take Effexor anymore. I'm getting into like 7 months of it without Effexor, and I don't really feel any withdrawal symptoms anymore. And my condition has gotten better and better. And because of that, I noticed even when I take the same amount of sleeping pill, which is Dayvigo, it didn't really give me that much benefits. And what I meant is that it put me too much, like when I take Dayvigo like 10 milligram, I sleep too long. And when I wake up next morning, like my head is very heavy. And at first, like I didn't realize that this could be because my brain or my body feels that 10 milligram of Dayvigo is too much. But one day I realized that maybe because I'm recovering from the depressions and my body and my brain don't need that much Dayvigo, the sleeping pill, anymore. And I adjusted, like reduced it. And then next day, when I woke up, I feel more fresh. But it's not that stable though. Like next morning, like I only slept for like 7 hours, and sometimes 8 hours. It fluctuated But I I realized that it's all within the healthy range anyway. Getting like sleep for 7 hours is actually good enough. So nowadays, I adjust my sleeping pill almost daily basis. Sometimes like take only 5 milligram, or somehow like if I feel like I didn't have enough sleep for like past 2 days, then I increase the daily go a little bit, like 7.5 milligram or 10 milligram, and then reduced it again, which I never done that before when I was taking the other kind of sleeping pills and also Effexor and also getting the testosterone replacement therapy injections, because I need to fix uh, those variables at the same condition so that I can figure out what's going on with me. So no matter how stable my condition was, I was kept taking the same amount of the sleeping pill, the same amount of sleeping pills, and then the same amount of Effexor, and then just kept getting the testosterone replacement therapy to make sure that if my condition becomes unstable, it would give me certain directions that what might cause what. But now I don't take Effexor, and I don't really need to be that strict to find out what might be affecting my conditions. And at the same time, I really, really realized that we are not robots, we are not machines. Sometimes we sleep longer, sometimes we sleep less, sometimes we have good night sleep, sometimes we have okay sleeps, sometimes we don't feel like doing anything at all, sometimes we feel so energetic. It's everything fluctuates, everything changes, and it's the normal life. Having that kind of acknowledgement really helps me to start adjusting my sleeping pill more freely. So yeah, it really served the purpose or reason why I decided to stop taking Effexor. So there are a few things that I want to say to those people who are taking Effexor right now, or consider if you should take Effexor or not. First of all, please keep communicating with your doctor, because your doctor is the one who can give you a guidance, the professional guidance. And if anything happens, your doctor is the one who can give you other recommendations. But at the same time, you are the one who's going to decide how you want to approach your depression treatment. And then it's tough, but we all have to acknowledge that we are not going to getting only the benefits from Effexor. There's a side effect. And there's also other factors in our lives that's affecting our depression. And having said that, in my case though, now looking back, and not because I don't take Effexor, and then based on how my sleep has been, I can really confirm that my sleep disorder was caused by Effexor. So if you're thinking to consider taking Effexor to treat your depression, please watch out for your sleep, because there's a higher chance that it will affect your sleep really negatively, and then that's gonna be very uncomfortable. And not getting enough sleep, it's just gonna affect your mental well-being and everything. But as long as there is a benefits that you can get by taking Effexor, and compared to uh, your sleep situations, you need to make a decisions, just like I did. And if I were to ask myself, okay, Yasu, if you go back in time 2 years ago, would you make the same decisions? I don't know. I really, really don't want to suffer from the sleep disorder. It's just so painful. And I know my answer would be a very cheating things, which is I will make sure by whatever it takes that I'm not gonna get depressed again. But that really answered. Basically, I don't think I can survive the same treatment. So, I don't know. But anyway, so if taking Effexor is one of your options, please watch out for your sleep. The second thing is that the withdrawal symptoms, when you reduce the Effexor or when you stop taking Effexor, it's very uncomfortable. Especially the one when you stop taking Effexor, which was something that I didn't expect, something that I wasn't ready for it. But I managed to push myself through. It took 4 months. It's just so uncomfortable. So I don't want you to be in hurry when you reduce the Effexor. When you reduce the Effexor, you would most likely feel withdrawal symptoms. Make sure that all of the symptoms go away, and you enjoy the time that you feel like you're not really getting any, you're not treating your depression. That shows how stable you are. Then go into the next stage, which is reduce the amount more. And one thing that I really want to highlight is, unfortunately, when you stop taking Effexor, that's not the end of your treatment. That's really the final battle would actually begin. And the visual symptoms will be much more severe. So please do not change your lifestyle too much. Just getting ready for your final battle with your depression treatment, which is when you stop taking Effexor for the first 3 or 4 months, you really need to fight your withdrawal symptoms. And in my case, I didn't take any bridge medications that was offered by my doctor, because when he was proposing to me, I was already on the 3rd month after I stopped taking Effexor. And when I came back to my doctor, which is the 4th month, my withdrawal symptoms were not that bad anymore. So I didn't really have to take the bridge medications. But if the withdrawal symptoms were to last longer, I would definitely take the bridge medications. So that's your options. Sometimes you can probably power through everything, and you don't really have to take the bridge medications. But the visual symptoms, when you stop taking Effexor, it's so severe, really, really severe. And I don't really mean to scare you, but that's what I actually went through. So if it's so uncomfortable, please remember that taking bridge medication, it will be your option. But once you put those withdrawal symptoms behind, you can really feel that your mind becomes more clear, more stable, and you have more steady energy, and you have more steady, good quality sleep. So yeah. I remember how difficult it was when I'm speaking about it right now. So yeah. Some people say as long as you can manage your depression by taking medications, including Effexor, why don't just keep taking them? And probably that can be an option as well. But if you want to take another option, which is stop taking Effexor completely, that is your option as well. Just take it slow, be gentle, and be ready for withdrawal symptoms. But it's not gonna last forever. Even though when you're actually feeling it, you would feel that, oh, when this is gonna go away, am I gonna suffer from this one forever? You probably would feel that way. At least I was feeling that way. But 4 months, after 4 months you stop taking Effexor, most likely you can feel that, oh, there's not much visual symptoms, and you can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. So anyway, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions about the depressions, treatments, medications, I'm here to give you my personal experience here. I'm not a doctor, so I can only give you what I went through as a patient. But what I went through is some of them, that's exactly what my doctor told me or what people online talked about. But there's a lot of parts that I couldn't really find information when I was actually going through depression treatment, or I was getting ready for what might be happening next. And then I got surprised, I got panicked, I was wondering how long this is gonna last or how to fix it. So if you want to know anything, please give me a comments, and I'm gonna actually reply to you in the comment section first, and then also when I have time I make a video to answer these questions. So thank you for watching, and please take care. Bye. Bye bye.